Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending today's webinar. We are going to talk about the role of the people in the wide context of corporate culture. We are talking about the manager, the leader, and the mentor. This is a series of webinars that we are presenting every Friday, and you will see those ones recorded in our Facebook Live or in our YouTube channel. How do you construct your leadership? Your leadership shall be unique, shall be a way to create an identification among your peers. Every leadership style is different. Of course, we have frames, we have ways to measure it, but a person and the personality gives a specific touch and distinctive aspects to be a leader among the other people. The way that you create this one shall start early in your career and must be developed across your productive life. You can switch your leadership among industries, among practices, among jobs, but the most important thing is that you will have a fingerprint about your leadership. Every mistake or every award will be in your career fingerprint for a long time. Therefore, be careful how do you address it, how do you manage, and how to keep a clean and excellent fingerprint about your career. There are several types of employee types, but we are going to talk here only about 4 employee types. The passive employee types are those ones that don't do anything else. They are just going to do their job. They are just waiting for orders, and they just want to receive the payment check. The big problem with these people is the comfort zone, because they believe that doing what is required and don't complain and don't challenge the management will keep them forever. The problem is that they are in the spot most of the time, because these people are expected to be performing a different way. They're, if you are doing this kind of activities as an employee, you are in a risk. The next one is the puppet. The puppet is the person that wants to be kind to their manager. They think that if they do whatever is required, also beyond their job responsibilities, they will keep the job or they will keep the position. And remember that the puppet is not always in the lower levels. You can see puppets at different levels in the organizations because they wanted to keep that position or they are part of a big group. Of course, this is not visible. This is a negative, intangible asset in the corporations. Then be careful. If you have puppets or you are a puppet of someone else, this is quite bad for your reputation. And once the job that is required to is complete, you are without ground. Then move on. The next one is the isolated. When you have an isolated person, is the one that they believe that they can do the career development, they can do the things, they can do the activities by themselves. They wanted to perform in a disconnected way of the corporation. Most of the people believe that this isolated person doesn't exist, but no, it's more common than you expect. And the situation is that when you have a smart manager or a leader that find an isolated person, usually they allow this person to complete the activities because they are performers, but they are not engaged with the core values or with the core strategy. Therefore, they are in an extinction way. The follower. The follower is the recommended employee type that I like the most. The follower also has ways to identify their career problems, what they need to do. Same like the isolated, but the follower is aligned with the corporation, is aligned with the team, and is contributing actively with those ones. The isolated is not doing the same way. The isolated is disconnected. It's like the first person that jumped out of the boat, but the follower has the best of those characteristics. Then try to be a good follower. The followers are present in several levels in the organizations. Then be careful with negative activities that will hurt your career. Negative management. Well, remember that the manager is not a leader. The manager is a person that is being appointed by a corporation or by an institution to run some kind of activities and lead a set of people. Lead doesn't mean leadership. Then we are going to see here what are the negative aspects of management. Stealing the spotlight. Stealing the spotlight is a person that takes the result of a people, a group, as himself. Is a person that takes all the rules, all the things that makes a person focus in the spotlight by themselves. What means is that is stealing the result of a person. You shall be the result of a group as a puzzle. All of them shall present the result as a whole, and the leader should drive those ones. But the leader shall not steal the result of that because he becomes a leader. That is stealing, and a leader that is going back as a manager. Gossiping. Gossiping is present across the levels. Is common, is dangerous, and is negative. Avoid gossiping. When a person is appointed to a job, when a person is fired, or when a person is hired, several people talk about the behind the scenes of this situation. Then avoid gossiping and just be tied to the truth. Missing in action. The manager that is missing in action is those ones that are running away when the problems arise. When a problem is present, a leader is the person that take the ownership and start to drive the problem. Those managers that are running with the fire, they shall be taken out of the organizations. People competing with each other. Competition is good. Competition is making a better people, but when you see the competition as a toxic situation among the people, it is bad. And managers that creates toxic competition among the peers, they are destructing the teams. Then be careful about that. Passive aggressiveness. The passive aggressiveness is a behavior that shall be wiped out of the organization. This is not direct to the people, but it is showing behind or below a very poison message. It makes the people feeling bad. It makes the people miserable and shall not happen. Treating people like objects. When the manager see a people like an object, The manager is destroying the team. The people are humans, they have families, they have personal interests, they have things outside of the office. But when a manager believes that they own the people and they do with those people whatever they want, this is really bad. Focus on the negative. I believe that every negative situation is bringing you a very good set of opportunities. But when a manager focuses only in the negative aspects of the situation, it is creating a very toxic environment for his team. The people lost ownership and the people start to fade away. Then take care about the negative management aspects. Leadership styles. The leadership styles are quite good, and here we are presented in the way that Daniel Goleman showing in his book with other authors in 2001. We have visionary, affiliate, democratic, coaching, pace setting, and commanding. Each one of those has their good and some ones are very bad behavior. The commanding is the person that say, do as I like to do. When you have a person that is doing the that way, this person is destroying the team. This person is not allowing the people to think, and this is creating a very big problem among them. The pace setting. The pace setting is creating a behavior among the people where they are doing the things, but not in the harsh way that the previous one. Of course, not a good one. Democratic. Democratic is asking the people, what do you think the way that shall be do? The democratic is not good at all because you shall drive the team. You shall receive the feedback of the team, but you have follow the way and the strategy to solve the problem. If you have a 20 persons team and you ask every one of them what are the best way to move forward, you will have 20 visions of the problem and you cannot run 20 strategies. Then take the best of the team, check if they are thinking or they are seeing the problem aligned with the vision and aligned with the way that they shall be solved, and then take it. The affiliate and the coaching are good. I like the coaching because it's the person that allow the team to grow. Is the person that is taking care about the persons that are under him, and they make them better when the activity is finished or when the current process is ongoing. When you have a visionary leader, the visionary leader get the best of all of them. The visionary is aligned with the strategy, is not taking so much to coaching, is not asking so much about what the people is feeling, is not saying do as I said, but is getting a very good well-being among the team. The visionary is great and take care about this behavior. This will make you a better leader. A mentor. A mentor is a person that take care of your development, is a person that check what are you doing and help you to develop what is happening. It's a big difference between a mentor and a coach. A coach is a person that you face time to time, every 3 months, every 6 months, and you check together what is going on about your career, about your life, or other aspects. But when you have a mentor, is a person that is beside you. It's a person that is facing the problems with you and is taking care of what is happening. Early in my career in 1993, I faced the best mentor and coach among all those years. With the American style, this person helped me to learn a lot of activities, a lot of ways to lead, and he personally coached me to develop my career and leadership style. I'm glad to see this person, and we meet with my family randomly with him. Then, how a mentor is helping you to develop a better leadership style because it helps you to gain experience. Rather than a book, we have a person that is in your team that has hands-on and it helps you to move forward. A person that is being mentored is more likely to succeed because it's a person that is facing the problems, is a person that is having another one that is telling what is good and what is bad and is helping to move forward. Networking opportunities. This is really good because a mentor usually is a person that is more experienced, they have a broader set of contacts, and is a person that can make you better positioned across the industry or across the company. They give you reassurance, of course. It makes you stay longer in business because as fewer mistakes, as a better practice and a better activities, a better way to you do the things that they are assigned, it makes you stay longer among them. Develop stronger emotional intelligence and gains encouragement. A mentor is giving you all those things, and Sheila, Eugenio, wrap it in the 2015 report. There are negative aspects of corporate culture. You see people that is behaving different, there are groups that they behaving as separate, are problems with the relationships. All of them are stinking the corporate culture. But let's start from beginning. What is a corporate culture? The corporate culture is a set of behaviors and rules that a corporation or an office shows to the industry and shows to the people outside. This is the broad concept, but behind that, once they close the door, there are issues, and those 8 issues are the most dangerous ones. Tradition. I can say that tradition is bad, but the tradition about bad practice is weird. When the people is facing problems and someone else say, no, sorry, we solved the problem in the same way the past 10 or 20 years, that is tradition and a negative part of the tradition. Relationships. Take care that I'm saying here about relationship and not networking. Why? Because the relationship is a close tie with a person that excludes other from those interactions. If we see relationship is inside a networking, but during networking, the people allow the people to connect. And the relationship makes dangerous situations across the corporate culture because the relationships don't allow other people to go inside the opportunities. Assumptions, yeah, the people assume that there are several things to do, there are several ways to fix the situation, and those people are not good doing that one. It is close connected with interpretation. The way that the people interpret the rules is bad. A leader in the top level shall explicitly and transparent, show what are the rules and what are the ways to handle the corporate culture. The unwritten rules. Unwritten rules are also dangerous. Those ones are quite bad because the people that are facing those are stinking the corporate culture, because the unwritten rules are not good at all. It's like having a parallel set of activities, and we will discuss that in a new video when we discuss and we present the parallel corporate culture. Shared assumptions is similar to assumptions, but the problem with the shared assumptions is that a group of people assume that something is happening. The perception is bad, and the last one is the microcultures. Microcultures are usually present in the big corporations when the HR and the local people are not taking care of that. The problem is that the microcultures becomes a tradition, and when you have a tradition, that makes unwritten rules, and it is very hard to remove. When you have office, or when you have settlements or maybe headquarters across different regions, there are people that start to work from that area, and there is nothing good. I mean, diversity is really good, and I appreciate that the companies check that and allow people to work and contribute from that point of view. But the microcultures are getting the weight of the people and getting the weight of the region, and is making a set of rules that usually are hidden, and from the top management point of view, they believe that is part of the national culture. And national culture is completely different than the microculture. The microculture shall be checked, shall be assessed, and shall have a plan to move to the positive way. We have a cycle. The cycle when we have a person is that they start from employee to manager to leader and a mentor. This cycle is present in all the industries, is present in several aspects in the companies, and it's important to understand that each part of this cycle shall have a positive ways to move forward and develop a better career part. Let's start with employee. The employee is a person that takes the first time a job across the company. The employee can have a management role or not. Remember that a title of manager doesn't mean that you are a leader. Then the employee is always a person that may or may not drive people. When the people are driving by a employee, they become under a manager, and a manager shall develop a better ways to drive the people and then become a leader. A manager that is becoming a leader is gaining a reputation, is gaining ways to move forward in their career, ways to help the other people, and ways to improve the performance. Many companies have sets of measurement about the people, like low performance, mid performance, normal performance, and exceptional, maybe outstanding as well. Among those measurements, a manager is moving or transiting to become a leader. But what the companies are not measuring is how the people is being mentored by a leader. This is behind the scenes, this is not measured, and it is invisible for the organization. They see sometimes, yeah, the manager as making a better people. No, this is wrong. You have a leader that mentor a group of people and allows them to make better job. When the companies are bigger and those large corporations have hundreds of leaders, the visibility of those is hidden because when you have 20, 30, 40,000 employees, it's very hard to brag. You must care about that. And when the measuring of mentoring is not being done, this is wiped out. There, be careful about what you do. Try to be as more visible as you are across the industry. Keep relationships and keep your career fingerprint as clean as possible. Shall be transparent. That makes you a lot of opportunities to grow and creates a lot of ways to improve your career. That's really good when a person is being moved across the stage in a normal pace. You shall not become from employee to a mentor in 2 days, but shall not stay in the same job role for more than 2, 3 years. That is toxic for the people, is toxic for your development, and you shall consider moving out of your comfort zone. Thank you so much for attending the webinars today, and I appreciate your time listening. I appreciate that you can visit our site. You can have insights in LinkedIn about the industry, about the leadership, about the career development, and the corporate culture. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.